25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I have always been fascinated by coins. When I was a little boy, my father gave me a collection of old coins for my birthday, and I used to spend hours looking at denaries, talents, shekels, looking for the flaws that would make them worth more than just their face value. Jesus was a lot like that, I guess. He gathered the 12 of us around him to start his church, and we all had our flaws, but Jesus seemed to see the hidden value in each of us. Look at Peter and John. Even Matt and Tom had a purpose. Go figure that one out. Me, why, I was put in charge of finances. Not a good idea in the end. Sticky fingers, I guess. My name is... No. My name is not important. Besides, most of you know my name. And if you were to hear it, you might not listen to what I want to tell you. And I want you to listen. You see, I think it is important. When Mary brought out that oil, I thought that she was going to donate it to our movement. After all, it was pretty valuable stuff. I know because I had priced it before in the marketplace. But when she started rubbing it on Jesus' feet, I just could not sit still. And I told him, why waste all that oil on your feet? We all know it's not going to add any years to your life. Besides, we could have sold it and used the proceeds to feed and clothe the homeless and the indigent. After all, they are a bit more important than your wrinkled toes. That felt good rolling off my tongue, and I had clothed my intent in piety. And it had come so easily, I thought that perhaps Jesus had missed my true calling. I should not be the church treasurer, no, but the executive pastor. But Jesus knew where my heart was and where my treasure lie. Have you ever really felt a denarii before? Oh, no. I hated it when they started adding bronze to it. I mean, it takes away from the weight of it. Silver is so much better, so much smoother to the touch. Even if your hands are too callous to feel. Listen, you know how it is. It starts with a little extra tax here, a little overcharge on an item there. Next thing you know, you're writing off your personal lunches as business meetings. And it just gets easier. And there was nothing unusual about me having my hand in the till, too. And after all, it is in our nature, is it not? That is where I kept getting hung up. Jesus had come to change our nature. I knew it here. I just did not know it here. Frankly, I do not know how I missed it. I heard his words and I saw, wow, miracles. But still, I missed the boat. And I missed his last meal, too. John said he preached one of his best sermons there at that Last Supper. But I had to leave a little early, so I took my bread and wine on the run, so to speak, while the others lingered. The sacraments, they went down easily enough. Nothing got stuck in my throat. But I am, however, experiencing a bit of a aftertaste. I guess that is to be expected when you drink to someone else's end. And I can tell by the look on your faces that you believe that I sold him out. I do not think so. You see, I think he sold himself out. After all, he knew where he was headed. I just sort of read the handwriting on the wall, so to speak. The crowds, they were growing restless. You could feel the tension hanging in the air. Buzzards were circling overhead, and something had to give. And I felt there was no reason why I should come up empty-handed. So like any prudent person, I planned ahead. When it came time, I could have just as easily pointed him out. I did not have to embrace him. That is the funny thing about a hug. You cannot look over your own shoulder and do it. For the moment it takes, you have to trust the other person. Surely Jesus knew what and yet, as I held my arms out, I stopped. And for the briefest of moments, I hesitated as to what I was about to do. And it was in that moment that he stepped into my arms. And as my arms closed around him, I knew he was embracing us all. Not just me, the traitor, but the entire human race. Yes, all of those who had pledged their faith and loyalty and then break his heart from the beginning of time until the end. And that is why he had come. I knew it here. Just not where it mattered. But do you not see? We all betrayed him. Oh, yes. Why, even the best of us denied him and went running off into the night. But that is where the similarity ends. Come morning, this morning, Peter will find his way back to Jesus. And I will sit here, continuing to count my coins. My greatest sin was not my betrayal of him. Oh, no. For you see, we all of us, have denied him at one time or another. My greatest sin was not finding my way back to him. I cannot see past these coins to a Savior full of love, mercy, and forgiveness. Instead, I stand here, trying to rearrange my shattered conscience, trying to sort out the price of one soul. 30 pieces does not buy one much these days. Down payment on a burial plot, or perhaps 10 feet of good, stout rope. Ah! I am forever in the dark. But you stand on the edge of his light. But hear these words. A warning I give you. You may stand in his light, but I may yet be your shadow. You do well to not forget me, for my name is... It is the same as yours. And should we bump into each other in the dark, remember me. My Lord, I have killed you. No! No.